Hi everybody, it's a little later today. Lori here from Lori Massage Therapy and Body Mind Coaching. And I just wanted to come on for day 2 of 30 days of receiving first. And really what this whole 30-day challenge is about is I'm coming on here every day and I'm sharing one thing that I received first. And then because I received first, I was able to give even more. So I know we're just flipping the script here on, for so many times, like women, we just think, or, people in general, but especially women, because I think we're just more in that role of caregiver more often for more people, whether it's our parents that are aging, hi, whoever's watching, whether it's our kids, whether it's at work, whether it's all those things. As women, we're just always, more so in this role of just giving to all the people and to the whole long list. And so often we're not even on that list for ourselves. So what ends up happening then is because you're giving and giving and giving, then, as you get tired, as you get depleted, as you get worn out, as you get drained, you're just giving from this place of push and this place of, oh, just keep going. But not a keep going that's like a positive one. Sometimes you need to just keep going because you know that on the other end is what you're waiting for. And sometimes my dog is barking at somebody. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's that, where you're just pushing to push to push. And, you probably should have stopped pushing like a week back, So by flipping the script on putting giving before receiving. So what we're doing is we're receiving first so that we can give more. What happens is when we receive first, we're receiving from a place of being filled up. We're giving from a place of not being depleted. We're giving from a place of restedness, of just completely filled up. I have for me, this is my favorite sweatshirt. This is Maui, Hawaii. So that's one of my goals, is to live in Maui eventually. So I received this sweatshirt when I was getting dressed this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm putting this on. It's like I'm kind of going to work in a sweatshirt, but this fills me up whenever I see it in the reflection like I did just now. It's like, oh, I take that nice deep breath. I think of the beach. I see the whales breaching. I can smell the salt in the air from the ocean and just hear the waves crashing. And it's just like this instant like reset. So, and I think for me too, like with this flipping the script on putting receiving before giving, there's so many things that I receive throughout the day that it's hard to just keep it to one. But I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to give you what I received today, which I didn't even really realize until it was like an hour later. But it was this morning. My alarm went off at 5:15, like it does normally, because there's, lots of things I like to do in the morning first. Before the emails start, before the phone starts ringing, before Facebook starts going with Messenger, and before it's quiet, before everybody gets up. I usually am up first, followed by one of my daughters, but usually it's just me first, and I take that time to just, relax. Hello, whoever's watching, and I just take that time. Hey, Chris. So we're talking about receiving before giving instead of giving and then before receiving. And then when you're just giving, you're tired and you're exhausted and all that goodness stuff, especially you, because you've got kids, So you worked all day, you come home, and then there's all the kids' needs too. So in November, because it's the month of giving, I'm just talking about how we're putting receiving first so that you can actually give more. Because you're coming from this place of, I feel great. I feel amazing. I slept 8 hours last night. And Chris is probably laughing. I don't know if it was 8 for you, but with the kiddos. But, when you are filled up, when you've taken that break, when you've gone away for the weekend or you're recharged, all of that is receiving so that you can give more. and giving yourself that break. So this morning, my body was talking to me and it was like, Laura, 5:15 is not happening for you today. And I was like thinking in my head, it immediately turns on, you're so lazy, get out of bed, what are you doing? You just push through. It's that natural thing that turns on, that is like just pushing you to get out of bed. But my body was like physically saying, no, you are exhausted. You're tired. You need a break. So even though I felt guilty, and even though I felt lazy, and even though, my mind was saying, get up, I just took a deep breath and I rolled back over. I was like, oh, no, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out of this bed. I could hear the rain, everything. So I had extra time in bed with the hubby this morning before getting my day started, and that was like that reset time. That was that time to just like that snuggle time, just like whatever you want to call it. But then when I was getting up out of bed, I just felt better, and because I felt better, I was better. And because I was better and felt better, I was more patient with my hubby. I was more patient with my kids. I was like excited to get into my work chair and start, working, and, who was I going to talk to and who was I going to see today? And it was not because like I'm exhausted and, is this rain ever going to stop? It wasn't from that place. It was because I allowed myself to receive first. So I know it's pretty cool. And you're gonna feel guilty when you do it, and you're gonna feel like I can't do that. Like naturally, like to receive, you have to give first. But like I said earlier, that's when receiving comes, or that's when giving comes from a place of pushing, and you don't really want to do, the giving that you're doing. You're like, I just got to get through this. Like my mom needs this, or my dad needs this, or my brother needs this, but I don't really want to be doing it. That is the pushing that I'm talking about, as opposed to if you've given yourself that break and then like you really want to go help people from a place of, oh yeah, let's go do that. It'll be good to see them. It'll be good to catch up. It'll be good to, connect with them in that way. So that's what we're doing in the month of November. So feel free to write in the comments below, what did you receive first today, or what do you plan on for tomorrow if you're just coming into the challenge tonight? What are you planning on, or maybe just noticing what you're going to give yourself or receive for yourself first, so that you are better with your family, and so that you are better with your coworkers. And so when your boss, is coming up behind you with like the 52 emails that, what are you doing? You're like, oh, yay, emails. Or whatever it is. It just makes the approach of the task that's coming so much better. And because I took that time this morning, I found on my Facebook page, hey, whoever's watching, I was able to find a few things on my Facebook page that were really kind of like starting to test me, some technical things. But because I was rested, and because I was like my best self, and I was my patient self, the computer lived and and it survived. So I got to give that, and then also I got to be able to give my clients, hey mom, how are you? I got to give my clients that I talked to today the best part of me. And then those creative ideas come in, if it's a coaching client that's like, okay, this is what's going on. And, and I'm in that place of, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's blah, 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 blah. All of those things that are aligned for their goals. I'm able to like help them with that because I'm in this like really good, nice place. How whoever's watching now? Hey, I'm popular. Woo! See, because I'm rested and in a good mood. Hey, babe. So let's flip the script on putting giving first, because when you're giving first, you're exhausted. But when you can receive, fill yourself up first. Be in that place, whether it's you've gotten your massage, you've gotten your acupuncture, you've gone away for the weekend, we plug in our cell phones, you plug in your computer, you listen to that squeaky sound your car makes, when it's saying, oh, crap, I better get that scheduled and into the shop, something's going on. It's the same thing when you're pushing. It's that same thing that's happening and you feel it in your body. That's all that messaging is saying, hey, What's going on here? And then, you know what? If I'm pushing and if I'm, doing things for other people and it's not really feeling fun and connected, let me look and see how my receiving is. And it's not selfish. It is not selfish to receive. But so many times you hear like, it's always better to give than to receive and blah, blah, blah. Yes, that is so true. But only if you're filled up first. Only if you have taken care of yourself first. Even when you're on the airplane and they're going through before takeoff and the oxygen mask is going to drop. And what do they tell you to do? Don't give it to the person next to you. Take that first breath and then you can help everybody else. Because if you're passed out because you're exhausted and you're drained, you can't help anybody on the plane. You can't help anybody. And the people on the plane with you in life are your kids, your wife, your husband, your friends, your parents, your siblings. All of those people are with you. So give them the best of you. Take the oxygen first. Fill yourself up. And then you can give even more. They're going to be like, you are just all over everything for me. Whenever I need you, you're there. And you're like, yeah, because I want to be. Not because I have to be. Not because I should be. All those shoulds and have to. Make it that when you want to do these things, you get to do these things. You get to help people. That's really what the goal is. Life's too short to be forcing yourself and pushing yourself hard and to do things, you're fill yourself up. Take the weekend off. Oh, it's Friday. Take the weekend off if you were going to work or something. Take it off. Or maybe just work a half day tomorrow. Even if it was just like an office day, catching up on things, and fill yourself up so that when Monday comes, you're all ready. You're all fully rested, and you're not yourself that needs that Snickers bar to like bring you back in. You can be like your best self all the time. So share in the comments below, if you're just joining the challenge, I'll be on every day. I'll be on every day sharing. But if you've noticed something as you're watching this that, hey, I received that today, put it in the comments, and then also share how you were able to receive more because you received first and we're coming from a place of, I feel good and I feel amazing, and who can I help today? And who can I serve today? And who can I and by not being a cranky, nasty person in the line at the bank. It can be easy things like that because you ate a nice, delicious, healthy salad, and then because of that, you're like, I was my nice self. I was nice to everybody. or if someone cuts you off, you're not stamping at them because, as you're driving, it's not even a big deal. You're just like, oh yeah, okay. All right. So write in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.